Hello, it's time. Haven't quite taken a breath yet. It's been quite a weekend, but here we are. So I'm going to give everybody a little chance to jump on before I start talking about anything, showing anything. One thing that you will know, one thing I do want to say is that when this is over, then the collection will be live on the site, and it will be its own collection. Hi, Amy. Called the Spring 2024 product launch or something like that. Hello, Kathy. Hi, Tori. Thank you so much for joining. I'm glad you could be here on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday. I had to get out of the basement I said, I got to get out for a half an hour, take a walk, take Lucky, get out, get some sunshine on me. And then I was kicking myself for taking that half an hour because it was down to the wire. So I don't have prices written down on my paper because I literally was writing everything down at the last second. Hi, Darcy. Hi, Shannon. Thank you for coming in and watching. But I'm going to go through everything, and I want to remind you, if you didn't know already, Spring 5, all caps, is going to be your code for if you order by the end of tomorrow night, so by midnight on Monday, midnight tomorrow. And I'm sorry, I hope you can't hear the noise. There is something going on up right above. Hopefully that will be done right now. It's making a lot of noise, but hopefully you can't hear it. Spring 5. Hi, Sharon. Yay, it's so good to see you. Hi, Karen. Sharon and Karen. Spring 5. So by the end of the day tomorrow, if you order by midnight tomorrow night, the code will work. After that, the code won't work. Hi, Denise. So that will save you 5% because if you remember back when we used comments sold, when you actually had to comment the number and all of that, we're not doing that anymore. They got 5% of everything. So I was giving 5% to them. I'd rather give it to you. So if you order by midnight tomorrow, you can save that 5%. Hi, Joey. I'm excited too. I can't wait to take a little breather, but I have my inspiration on, the shirt, obviously. Hi, Pat. It sure felt like spring today. I mean, it was so nice for that half hour I got to get out there. Other than going to the school musical last night, I've been cooped up in this basement all weekend. So I'm going to go through our new theme first, and then go back and show you some of the add-on things that we have. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here. Hi, Kathleen. There were a couple things that I didn't quite get to that may end up just being like a Friday features or Sunday night, another Sunday night thing. I just didn't get to it. But we have several cute new things, I think. Now, my personal coloring, hi Barb, that I used last year on my tiered tray, the bunny themed tiered tray, was I loved the stain and the pink and the white. I absolutely loved that for my spring coloring. I did a lot of pink. So I kind of kept that going because for me, I want that to go with my set. So keep in mind that while there's a lot of pink in the new things, you can do what colors you want. There's a couple things we have options on, but the ribbons, for the most part, since pink is a pretty big Easter incorporated color, we went with pink. There's too many things that can confuse us if we give you options for ribbon color. So we just kind of stuck with pink. Hey, Lucky. You'd had to come down and see what's going on. Huh? Come on, you can come on. As he belches, right, as he comes around the corner. You saying hi? All right. Did you come to wish me luck? Lucky will get groomed tomorrow. He's in dire need of a bath. All right, so let's start with our new tiered tray design. Can you guess what it is? Could you possibly have guessed what it is? I wasn't sure if this was going to come to fruition because of the detailedness of it, the fragileness, the daintiness of tiny dandelions, but that is our theme. So inspired by our t-shirt of the month, that is what I went with for the tiered tray. So I don't think I'm bringing that thing over here because every time I touch it, something falls to the ground. And one of them fell on my toe, and you would be surprised at how badly, like, one little block hurts your toe when you're not wearing shoes that have toes covered. So with our typical bundle, as we always do, and I do want to elaborate on what I told you on Friday, which is our new Maker's Max reversible bundle. I'll elaborate on that after I go through all the new designs with the dandelion stuff. So here is the tag design. Like I said, I have to take some patience to weed them, but it worked. So we have Make-A-Wish for the tag. We have this phrase and we went with the little hearts because they were much easier, even though it's still fragile and delicate. It was easier than the actual design that's on here, that small. So the hearts worked out a little bit better. So we have Make-A-Wish on the tag. Some see a weed, others see a wish for the cutting board. Same dandelion. Now, you have the option. We are putting papers in this. So let me talk about the papers in a second. But I also am putting in Just Breathe. So you can either use Just Breathe on your rolling pin or you can use one of the papers. So I will show you those in a second. I chose this paper. Why do you think I chose this paper? Because it has yellows in it. So my little dandelion there. So it's got the neutrals because I was sticking with the neutral black and white, but I needed that pop of yellow. Just had to have it. So that is the paper that I chose for my house. So that is one of the papers that will be in here. So obviously I could have used that to wrap my rolling pin, or maybe I wanted to do like the top of the books, or like the top book, top here, or maybe I want to use that along the binding or something like that. But this says enjoy the little things with a couple little dandelions as well. So there's your 5 pieces to the new theme. So that would be your full bundle with all the pieces, and we just went with the black and white because it's hard to say what coloring you're going to need. But now the paper, so the spur bundle for that is going to give you all of the stencils, and the paper options that you're going to get are, you're going to get actually 4 paper options in the tiered tray set itself, because I couldn't possibly decide this for you. I couldn't narrow it down. We had a hard enough time narrowing it down to these, but we decided to go with one totally black and white neutral, the same thing in a really pretty blue and yellow. Hi, Lucille. Then this one's got a little bit of blue, a little bit of yellow, but some greens in it too. So it has a really nice coordinating pattern for the paper pack bundle that goes with this tiered tray too. And then we have the one that I used, which is the neutral with some yellow. So those are the 4 options that you're going to get in your tiered tray bundle, whether you choose the full bundle or the spur bundle, which would be the stencils, the papers, the embellishments like the ribbons, and the rolling pin. So you get an additional rolling pin when you do a spur bundle, because you can't like do the reverse side very easily, especially if you paper it. You can't do the reverse side in a different paper. So those 4 papers are part of your tiered tray bundle set, part of your spur bundle if you choose that variant of the tiered tray. Then the paper pack bundle that goes with this tiered tray that you might want to get in addition to the tiered tray full bundle or spur bundle. Here are the coordinating papers. So we have a yellow plaid. These are upside down. And I know everything's going to be backwards for you tonight because I'm live. But so the yellow plaid goes with the yellow dandelion, or the neutral with the yellow. It also goes with another one that's coming. We did the black and white, just like that smaller version. Now it's scaled down for you on these papers for the tiered tray. It's the regular size on the full sheets of paper. that goes with it. But then that's the coordinating to, you get all of these in the paper pack bundle for this tier tray. There's like 8 of them. There were more, and we had a hard time narrowing it down. So this is so pretty. Like, it's watercolor, blue and yellow and greens. So pretty. Now, that one is not one of these in particular, but we still stuck a coordinating one in there. So there's still a blue and yellow one in there in your tier tray bundle. So there's the watercolor, and then there's this blue plaid that goes with it, or it would go with the yellow gingham, the yellow check was the first paper. And then here's the green that I mentioned, and that coordinates with this one. But they all kind of coordinate in some way. Like you might be able to pull the blue out of that. So lots of ways that you can mix and match all 8 pieces of this paper. So that is the 3rd variant of the tiered tray dandelion set, the paper pack bundle that you will get if you order that. So that is our tiered tray bundle, the dandelion theme. So let's talk about the things that go with it. Like our mini tags. And I mean, it was so hard because which ones do I do on the mini tags and which ones do we offer you guys if we have all these other coordinating options? So, of course, I went with the yellow. This is the yellow version, Dandelion Wishes and the plaid. So this is that's that particular set of tags. And I have them printed here to show you. So that's this set here. So this says Dandelion Wishes, probably hard for you to see that. Same thing here. It says Dandelion Wishes across. So there's one that is neutral with those coordinating papers again. And then we did a Just Breathe with the coordinating blue and yellows. So pretty. And then Dandelion Wishes on the round with the green plaid. So there are 4 options for you just for the dandelion mini tags, because we couldn't pick which ones would be the best ones to put out there. Everybody's got different colors, and I know there might still be colors that we didn't choose, but we tried to narrow it down to 4. So you will have all 4 of those options when choosing your mini tags if you decide to purchase those. And then likewise, mini garland, the little mini garland. First I just did the little stencils, and you can't see them. I don't want to take this off because I have them thumbtacked in, but you're not going to be able to see it. Maybe I can't bring this over since it's just a few things right now. So I chose the paper option, but I can't hold it that way with my wrist. If you can kind of see underneath, so that's the upside down version of the other side, where originally I did black and white with just this like dandelion wispy flying away because I couldn't get the little full heart dandelion on that tiny of a thing. So I just did the little wispy, and there's 4 of them on the back of this. And then when I put it together with my tier tray set, I was like, oh, but I want a little bit more of that yellow. I just want another little pop of yellow. So I put the paper on the opposite side. And so I have the paper on the tags, and I have the paper on the garland, and I have the paper on the on the house. And you could put the paper on the rolling pin as well. So with your mini garland, if you choose the dandelion theme, again, what we decided to do, because I did the stencils and I did papers, rather than put 5 different options just for dandelions, if you choose paper for your mini garland, you're going to get all 4. You're going to get all 4 themes. It's just going to be easier to do it that way. We don't have to put a drop down thing giving you all these options. You're just going to get all these papers in the same 4 color schemes as I've shown you so far with the 4 options. So if you choose paper dandelions, this is what you get. If you choose dandelion stencils, then you're going to get 4 little wispy dandelions for the backs of your your little pieces. You might want to do both. You might want to do paper like I did on one side and dandelions on the other. So you get 2 options. You could choose paper and stencils if you don't want to pick 2 themes, which is what I did. So that pretty much, there's a couple things more. There is more. Wait, there's more. So that covered the tags, the garland, the tiered tray, the blocks. So I put my blocks on my little holder. Now, Darcy and I were looking at this last week, trying to decide. I really wanted wishes. I really wanted dandelion wishes, and I really wanted the eye to be the dandelion with the hearts. Still pretty small, still pretty delicate, but I didn't want to put, normally the block is below those middle three letters. You could do that if that's what, if that's okay with you. You could have wishes on top and dandelion, but we wanted it to read dandelion wishes. So we were like, why can't we just put the block on the top? So you can do whatever you would like. If you want to put it below, to me, it's still like dandelion wishes because that's just what I'm thinking. But if you want it to actually read for anybody else, be like, okay, dandelion wishes, put it on the top. It still works that way. That's totally your call. But that is our design. So each little block has one of those, and these are the little wispies I'm talking about. I'm calling them wispies, that are what the stencils for the mini garland, for the one option for the mini garland. So there's our backwards version to you of dandelion wishes, but just a little close-up of the little flowers there. Okay. I don't know if I can fit this back here. So before I show you the new, there are many sign designs for that as well. One of them you might be able to see. But we have 3 new designs for specifically for the dandelion theme, mini signs. Oh, see, every time I touch it, something goes awry. I want to keep this. I'm going to put this in here. That's because there's a little tack there that I cannot press in far enough to keep it there. Okay, and then I had these somewhere in here. So anyway, the new bundle that I was talking about on Friday is called the Max Makers Reversible Bundle. Max Makers Reversible Bundle. So it's going to save you about $9 from, if you want to get like a whole theme, the tiered tray set, and you want to do the back. So you would get your bundle, the original bundle that gives you one design for your tiered tray set. You would get a second option, so the spur bundle, you would get to pick a spur bundle so that you can pick a second design for the reverse side of your tiered set. Those two come in the bundle to begin with. And then you're going to get to pick 2 designs for a mini tag set, 2 designs for a mini garland set, and 2 designs for a mini blocks, reversible blocks. All of those things are reversible pieces, are like most popular reversible pieces. So we decided to go ahead and make it a little bit easier for those of you that want to just get everything at one time. It'll save you about $9 to do all of that together. Say you want everything dandelion, so you would go through and there'll be like 5 prompts for that particular listing that ask you, okay, what design do you want for your tiered tray? What design do you want for your spur bundle? What design do you want for your mini tags? Because you may not want them all to be the same. You may want to specify, and since we have multiple options for some of those things, you will need to specify. So, but those are the things that are going to come in this new Max Makers Reversible Bundle. Tiered tray set, plus a spur set to do the other side, a mini garland, a mini tags, both of which you get 2 designs, and then a mini reversible blocks, the full block set with 2 stencil designs, 1 for each side. So all of that together is your Max Makers Reversible Bundle. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Now, in addition to the DIY, I have one finished thing to show you for today, and that is we made some little dandelions. So it's like a trio of little dandelions that you can put in a little vase or something like that. They have these little leaves on them, but little wispy dandelions. So it's a trio of three. Oh, that's not redundant, is it? It is a trio of dandelions. And those are done for you. It's just easier sometimes for me to do them, and that's what these are. So this is the finished option, and we called it, I think, Delicate Dandelions. So you can do something like put them in a little vase. I have mine in there with straws. The black and white would also go with my tiered tray set, but that's the Delicate Dandelions. So that is finished. Sometimes by the time I do the DIY kits together, it's just quicker for me to do them and finish them, and that's one of those things. So that's why those are finished. Okay, now I'm going to show you the mini sign designs that go with this set. I did this one reversible because I wanted to be able to use it on, wanted to save inventory, and I wanted to be able to use it on an easel. So that's the benefit of using the easel. So here's one of the designs for the dandelions. Live simply, bloom wildly. I know it's backwards, sorry. And then spread kindness on the other one. Both of them have those little wispies because it's super small. Those are two of the three. And then the third one is another just breathe. Similar to what I did on the bag the other day and what we have in the Maker's Market for our stencils, 12 by 12 stencils. So this has a little bit of both. This has the heart one and some wispies. Just breathe. So those are your three options for the mini sign to go with the tiered tray set. Now with that being said, our second new thing that we are doing as of now is we have a beginner makers bundle. And the beginner makers bundle is for anybody who is like, I don't know where to start, or you like to have multiple mini signs and you like to have the option of, getting a bunch at once. We're going to make the beginner, what do we call it? The beginner makers bundle is going to include a starter kit for a mini sign with a square background. So you would get an unfinished square background. That comes with the command strip and a tile and a design. So your starter kit comes with that, plus like a paintbrush and your application sponges and sandpaper square, the typical starter kit kind of thing. But we're going to give you also an additional tile and stencil so that you can have another one to swap out. So whether you want it to be the same theme or you want to switch out the themes, whatever you want to do. So you're going to get 2 tiles, 2 stencils, a background, the strips to attach them, and we're also going to give you a mini easel so that you can, use it on either one. And also, this is the thing that I forgot to bring over, we're going to give you a pack of 24 beads. So you can make a set of beads. So we wanted to kind of come up with something that for newer people to our website or people that have been watching for a while and aren't sure really where to start, the mini sign is a good kind of starter place. So we decided to make that our starter bundle, our beginner bundle. So you'll end up with 2 designs that you can swap out on the square background, plus you get this little easel, and then you can do beads to match whichever theme you want. And that's kind of a nice starter kit. So, and again, it'll save you a little bit of money to do it that way than to purchase each thing individually. So we've got the beginner makers bundle and the Max Makers reversible bundle. Those are our first ever big bundles besides our tiered tray bundles. These are big. So you should have seen me trying to lay everything out earlier today to try to get a picture for that listing because it was a lot of stuff to lay down. You want that background. This background, I think this is, if that's what you're talking about, this was one that I showed, I don't know, this was a while ago, that this stencil came from Michaels. I can't remember the name of it. I would have to go back and look it up, but it was a plaid background that I purchased at Michaels, which I have no idea where that is, come to think of it right now. I have an idea, maybe. An idea. Whether it's there or not is a different story. But you could potentially, decoupage a napkin or something, or pretty paper on the back of it. So that you have, you know, a pretty design. Or maybe you want to do like I did and put a strip on the back too so that you can use either side. Mini starter kit would be good for children or grandchildren. Yes. Yeah. So what I'd like to do, to be honest, is incorporate on the website at the, you know, when you land on the website for people that are new, some kind of little video that talks about, you know, or, you know, are you beginner? Are you new to our site? I don't know. Something that directs them to where they could go to get started, or where they could go if they want to, you know, get a whole bunch of stuff that coordinates at one time. So I have to figure out that part, but I want something on the website to kind of direct people so that they know they could do this. Or, you know, are you looking for a craft for your kids? Try our beginner bundle. So, you know, it would work for them too. So great idea. I definitely want to incorporate that. Is there a doggy bundle? Why, yes, we do have a doggy bundle of sorts. We have our tiered tray themed pet bundle, right? All right. I don't know. He's, like I said, he's becoming more and more clingy the older he gets. He's a 10 and a half now. I mean, I'm not complaining that he likes to be near me, but he just never used to be that way. Still doesn't like to cuddle, though. Still does not like to cuddle. Okay. So next, the tote bag that I did last weekend, I think it was. Not this, I don't remember. Last week or the week before, right after I introduced the t-shirt. This is in the shop. So this is available. And one side says, just breathe. You watched me do this if you watched me on Sunday last week. And the other side has this design on it. Only I had to, even though it's not small, I still had to work on the details because this design is just tough to get into a stencil. Just took a lot of, I tried it once and it didn't go very well. And if you have your own cutting machine, your own, you've weeded things, then you know what I'm talking about. This particular design just might have thrown me over the edge. Hey, hey, hey. He's snooping through the yarn. He's Snoopy today. Okay, now we also have some mini signs for the bunnies, for the little bunnies, some new ones. We have plenty of Easter ones in the shop already, but we have some new ones. So isn't this cute? Little bunnies. And I did this one purposely on one that could go on an easel. This one is a stencil that says, yeah, it is a good idea. I mean, it is something that's not, you know, nobody would really think of that until, I don't know, until you've been around quite a while and tried a lot of different things. So definitely, there's so many pretty papers and so many pretty napkins. So you could definitely decoupage and make. The only thing I would say is just make sure that you leave a lot of dry time after you have decoupaged it on, and then you seal it really well and you let it dry like a good solid day before you go trying to put a command strip on it. Anyway, Shake Your Bunny Tail is the stencil that you'll get. So there is a word that goes at the bottom. I chose to cover up the word. This was Darcy's idea. Cover up the word, and I didn't paint it, and then I just added my own little bunny tail. So that's an option for you. I'm going to try to remember to throw in a little bunny tail for you for these if you want to do that, but it would only work if you're going to use it on the easel. So that's why I decided to do mine reversible so that I could use it on the easel. So Shake Your Bunny Tail or Little Bunnies. It's kind of nice because it provides a little stopper there for it sliding back and forth. But that's the two bunny. And you'll see that I keep using the stain, the white, and the pink just because I love it so much. So we've got those two mini signs now also available. Okay, I don't know if you can see them back there, but we've got the cutest little fuzzy bunny here with some little pink gingham feet. His little feet on the bottom there. I mean, we love this little guy. Now, the ears are very floppy. So you kind of have to prop him up just enough so that he's leaning back just enough so that his ears will stay upright. But that's not really too big of a problem. Now we have this little poof, your bunny body. comes in white, brown. I'll show you. Why don't I just show you? What are you nebbing around? What do you think? There's no food, nothing of interest down here, Mr. Snoopy. He's looking at me like, what? What am I doing wrong? Here's a gray. So there's like little shades of, you know, slightly different coloring. There's a brown with some black. This is, I mean, they're all so cute. They would all make a super cute bunny. Black. This made me think of you, Kathleen, if you're here, if you're still here. A black bunny body. So you've got white, gray, brown with black. Whoa. Get a little too excited there. Brown with some black flecks in it, and gray. There's your 4 colors. So you're going to get your poof, a couple of feet. You're going to get some pink gingham paper, a little nose, and then this is a headband, like a bunny ear headband, kind of a headband. So it's got this little band on it. Whoops. There. So I hot glued it to the top. And because there's nothing to really support it in the back, that's why it can flop either way. But you just have to set it up so that it's just ever so slightly leaning back enough so that it's not flop down like this. But it's super cute, and it looks really cute with the hot blocks that I'm going to show you soon. So you get all of those things, and with your choice of which body color, so then you can do your ears accordingly. And then you don't have to use the pink gingham paper. You can paint them or use another pretty paper that coordinates with your body color. So that's our little fuzzy bunny kit. Fuzzy bunny. And it goes really well with these little hot blocks back here, which is another new kit. I don't know which way is the best way to show you. It's going to be backwards, even this way, but H-O-P. You've got the H, the O, and the P, and it's a block. 2 of them have the shorter little candle holder. They all come with gingham paper, some wired twine to make your ears, some twine and greens, and a ribbon for the top. And then you're going to get, and this is because I screwed up, you were supposed to just get the decal for H-O-P. The decal meaning you press the vinyl on and you paint over it and then you pull the vinyl off. Or you just use the decal and you just press it on. But the decal is black. So if you want your letters to be black, you could just use the decal. But because I accidentally weeded them the wrong way the first time, I ended up with double the amount of HOPs. I have some that are stencil format and some that are decals. So you're just going to get both. You're going to get the option to stencil them. I used my decal because I stained my blocks first. So you can see it's not like raised. I stained my blocks and then I put the decal on, the H on, and I painted over it with white, and then I pulled the decal off so that I had the stain color showing through. You could try to just use brown paint if you'd rather do it as a stencil, but I chose to do it that way. So all 3 of them are done the same way, except for one has a taller candle holder. And I just think it worked out perfectly when I was done with all these pieces that the little fuzzy bunny looked so cute resting in front of them. Now you are going to want to have your hot blocks, they're not reversible, so they're not real pretty on the back. So you're going to want to use them like on a shelf or something where you're not going to see the back of them on a ledge or on a counter or something like that. But I don't know. I just think they're so cute, especially with the softness of the little bunny. So that's 2 of our kits. Let's get these back over here. So you'll get like 3 blocks, the 3 candle holders, all of the wire, the little gingham ribbon, the twine, the pink, everything to make those, and then 2 sets, the decal and the stencil for the hop. So whichever one you don't use, you could use for something else if you wanted. So that's our fuzzy bunny and our hot blocks. Now, I have some pieces left from one of our boxed up projects that I have been for quite some time trying to figure out a little kit for these, for what I have left. What? This is it. It is our little family Peeps. So these are customizable. We're going to customize whatever you want in front of Peeps. Now I did the back side differently so I could show you another option, but to show you, because I did mine in the stain and the pink, and I really didn't do stain on here. I stained underneath just so that the stain, I could distress it a little bit. They're going to come with the number of bunnies. So we did this a couple of ways. I worked out how many bunnies would fit on the lengths that I have. You can get up to 7 bunnies on this particular length, and you can get up to 9 bunnies on one that is just a little bit longer. You have to stagger them a little bit, but that's what we figured out, that you can still see all the bunnies. You're going to get as many bunnies as comes with that particular kit. So you're going to buy it as a 3-unit piece, 3 bunny, family of 3, a family of 7, or a family of 9. If you don't need 9, but you need 8, then you're going to want to choose the 9. So you're going to get as many bunnies as that particular variant under the listing says, 3, 7, or 9. So I only used 5 on this one, but I could have fit 7. So if you have extras, you can use those little bunnies as little shelf sitters. They're so cute. You're going to get as many bows, burlap bows, and pink bows as bunnies. So for this one, I would have gotten 7 burlap and 7 little pink bows. I chose to put the 2 pink, so this is like Greg, Laura, Julia, Gregory, Daniel. So I did burlap bows on the boys, and I did bow ties, ear bows for the girls. And I did Kleber Peeps. Now, if you wanted to do something like this as a little gift for like a grandmother, or you want to do your grandkids and you can fit 7 or 9 accordingly, depending on what, the sizes we have, you could do something like, for my mom, she has 5 grandchildren, so you could do something like this, do them all different colors, and you could say Grandma's Peeps or Mimi's Peeps or whatever. So you're going to be able to customize whatever you want in front of Peeps. For me, it's Kleber Peeps, or it could be, something like this. So I didn't use any of the bows on the back side since I did the colors, but I wanted to show you both options just so you could see. Now, there is one that is 3. So for instance, if you just wanted to do like a family of 3, or somebody who just has 3 grandchildren, not just, but has 3 grandchildren, then we can still fit the wording on the front. We might have to put, 2 lines, but we can still fit the wording on the front, and you would have your 3. It would be half the size of this. You would be able to fit 3 of those little bunnies on there. And if you have extra bunnies, then you can use them, like I said, for shelf sitters. And obviously the listing photos, then you'll be able to see them the right way, not backwards. So that's our family Peeps. We have a couple new little shelf sitters. We have some kissing bunnies. So this is a shelf sitter right now that's just going to be in the spring collection. Eventually it'll go into the Maker's Market, but it's going to be 2 little bunnies, 2 little kissing bunnies, and 2 pink bows. I did one on the ear and one on the neck. 2 little kissing bunnies. You could pair them like on top of I saw them on top of a set of books, and they were so cute, just resting on top of the pair of books. You could put them in a tiered tray set, mix them up in your tiered tray. You could put them anywhere. Or you could even pair them with, this is the new egg shelf sitter. And I just did mine in pink, and I took one of my little pointy cotton swabs, the ones that I get from the hobby section of Hobby Lobby. They're real pointy. They're not an actual Q-tip. They're real pointy, and I just dipped it in and made little polka dots. You could use the pencil eraser and do the same thing. Anything that has a tip that would work well. So I just wrapped it in twine, so you would get the egg and the twine, and you can decorate it however you would like. And then it looks kind of cute, sort of in between the 2 bunnies too. Or you could do multiple eggs and line them up, have different pastel colors if you use pastels for Easter. But Those are the new shelf sitters, the egg and the kissing bunnies. Then we've got a new little sack. Normally they're neutral colored, but we now have bunny kisses. You're going to get filling for this. This is going to be a DIY kit. It's going to come with a little heart to stick out and a little bunny that you can glue inside so the bunny ears stick out. And then hopefully you can tell it's pink on pink, but there's a little pink bow there with a heart and bunny kisses. It's going to come with filling so you can, you know, make it look like it's got stuff in it. But you could use this. You don't have to put the filling in it. You don't have to put these things in it. Maybe you would want to put it in with like actual Hershey's Easter Hershey's Kisses or something and stick it in an Easter basket. You know, lots of different things. It's pretty good, decent size. It's a little bigger than the ones that we usually do. Obviously pink. So that is your kissing bunny pink sack. Something like that is what we're calling it. So that's another kit, but it will come with filler if you want to, you know, fill it in and glue these things in and just use it as decoration. Still trying to stick with the blue or the pink and brown theme. Next is, where did it go? Did I forget to bring it down? I wonder. Oh goodness, I might have to have them talk amongst themselves again, Lucky. I think I forgot to bring our little bunny butt down. It's one of my favorites. Where's the bunny butt? I think I hung it up to take a picture and I forgot to take it down. Well, let's move on to the next one and then I'll go get that. We have a planked bunny kit, which turned out so cute. Like, this is, I mean, I love how this came out. They will be online as soon as the live is over, Vicki. We'll put the link down in the comments at the end of the live, and it'll be a specific collection to the spring collection, a specific link to the spring collection where all of these things will be in one place, so you can find them all. But it won't be live until I'm done at the end, and then Darcy will plop it in the comments. But I love this little guy. So this is you get a lot in this kit, just like the hot blocks. There's a lot kind of in that kit. You're also getting a lot in this kit. Now notice, this is a planked background. I love this background, and I have enough that I can do several of these kits. I had enough of these left over from something. But there's a couple little feet, so I have them already put in the kits. I tucked them up behind. So there's an embroidery hoop, a 3-inch embroidery hoop. And you're going to get your choice of fabric. Now I chose pink. We have a pink, let's see if I can find them in here. I have a pink, a purple. So it's a pink polka dot. Or if you like this pretty aqua blue, or maybe you want to go purple. So we have those 3 options. So you're going to get to choose the coloring that you want. Depending on the coloring that you choose, we're going to include either pink, flowers, or white. These 2, I believe, yeah, these 2 have white flowers in with them, and the pink has pink flowers. And this is the same little headband up there, but we just put the little finishing touch of flowers across the top. Cute little stencil face that you're going to get. That's just a round. So you're going to get the ears, the flowers, the round, the stencil, the bow, the embroidery hoop, which I keep wanting to call a hula hoop for some reason today. The fabric, and then a tutorial. I started out doing this kit on a canvas and we changed our minds at the last minute when Darcy and I were talking about it. So this I did thinking it was going to go on a canvas background, and then we ended up making this full bunny. So all of this, I had leftover fabric from my little swatch that is in the kit. And it's similar to the sunflower kit that we did back in the fall, the way we made this. It's very similar. The inside is the polka dot. It's all actually polka dot. It's all the same fabric. But just a simple, repetitive way of getting the look of that. Cover up the the latch with the bow, and then we're going to tuck the little feet underneath. I absolutely love this little guy. So, but again, we only have so many pink, but you know, you're going to get to choose between the pink, the blue, and the purple. And then you can color yours accordingly. And like I said, you'll get white flowers with the blue and the purple if you choose those colors. So cute. I love this little guy. Little girl. I think I'm going to call it a girl, I think. The flowers, I think that was also Darcy's idea. Anything super clever pretty much came from Darcy, gotta say. So I do think that's just like the perfect finishing touch. Just to the pièce de résistance. Planked sign. Okay, one more thing, and then I'm going to run up and get the last. I wish I had somebody here that I could say, go find. I'm trying to think what I did with it. I'm going to go up there and be like, well, where did I put it? I thought I hung it here, but I guess I was thinking of those. So we have, oh, well, there's two things that I left up there. Shoot. So I got to go find them. I'm going to go ahead and go find them, and maybe Darcy will go ahead and put the link in there or get it. She's probably got it ready to go, but I am going to run upstairs and grab those two things. I will be right back. Excuse me, Lucky. Lucky is so confused. Why is she running? I wanted to have this hanging up and everything. So this is my little garland that I left upstairs where I was taking pictures. I will tell you a quick joke. Okay, I'm going to wait for Darcy's joke. How do rabbits travel? How do rabbits travel? How do rabbits travel? Hop. Something like they hop on a plane or hop. I don't know the answer. Somebody probably. By airplane. That's a good one. That's a good one. See, do you just have these things like ready to go because you know I'm going to forget something and you're going to need to fill time? Do you have these jokes in the back of your mind ready to go? Or are you that just like Googling jokes while I'm gone? Like, I better be on backup because, you know, never fails. I forget something. Thank you for filling in a joke. Okay, let me see if I can, since I don't have it hanging up, let's see if I can show you one of these. Here's my one little, they're all the same. Oops, and I don't want to lose my bead. Yeah, you go, Darcy. You have a Google friend. Okay, so I have 5 of these little tags, pennants, I guess, with bunnies. Each one gets the bunny. Each one gets 3 beads on either side. So the whole thing, because there are 5 pennants, 5 bunnies, 5 pennants, and then there are 18 beads. 3 that you could put in between each one, and then 3 on the ends. And I alternated mine so that I had pops of pink. I made the polka dots with the eraser of a pencil. So you can do whatever you want as your background. You could even add little bows to your bunnies if you wanted. But this is a kit. The garland is a kit. I hop. Where do bunnies go for breakfast? I'm going to use that one on the kids, and they're probably going to be like, oh my gosh. But I'm going to use that. I'm going to use both of them. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the jokes, ladies. Those are good. So that's another kit, is your little garland if you want to, you know, decorate your stairwell, like your railing or your mantle, wherever. I wish I had something that I could hang it on, but I don't, because I messed up last minute, and I have to take a drink. of water because I'm always so thirsty at the end of these. Okay, one last kit. And this is our bunny butt kit. So this is our canvas, and I love this little guy as well. So if you can see, what's going to come in this is 2 little feet. Oh, they're not really that little, but 2 feet that have pads on them. Now, the only thing is, I am limited in stock on just this specific feet. So it may actually be a smooth, plain foot in about the same size that you could just paint on some little pads on. And it wouldn't be three-dimensional, but either way, you're going to get 2 feet. And actually, I think I may have written, I think I might have said that I was going to give you pink gingham paper if I run out of stock on the raised feet. So if you don't get the ones with pads, I think I put that you're going to get gingham paper so that you could do your little feet. It would be just like this, and you could put the gingham paper on it if you wanted, or your own paper, or you could paint your own little pads. But it'll be one or the other. You're going to get a little thing of yarn, and I'll show you how to make the little poof for those who don't remember how to make those or never made one before, the little bunny tail. And it's just a piece of wood, an unfinished piece of flower-shaped wood in the background for the butt, and then some ribbon, 2 coordinating pieces of ribbon with some white, and then, you know, your canvas and your trim. It's a cute little project. Like, this was fun. So, and a tutorial, obviously. With all these kits, you're going to get a tutorial. I have so many videos on my phone. I haven't gone through and put them all together yet to put into the kits, but oh my goodness, I have video after video after video, clip, 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 fast videos, slow videos, all kinds of videos that need put together. All I can say is that you've been very busy, yes. No, you know, when my mind didn't want to stop, my mind will stop when I'm tired at night, like, and I typically cannot make it past, like, hitting my head to the pillow. I fall asleep. That is typically my night, every night. Head hits the pillow and I'm out because I'm exhausted. When was I not able to sleep? Last night, of all nights, last night. And it wasn't because I had, you know, all this stuff on my mind. It was because we had gone to the musical. I had to drive home, and for some reason, like, just the act of driving home and getting home, I needed to decompress. And I was like, I can't go to sleep right now. And I tried to go to bed because I was like, I have to go to bed. I have a big day tomorrow and a lot still to do. I could not fall asleep. That's the first time that's happened to me in a long, long time. So, of course, it was the night before I had to do all of this stuff. But it is a lot, and I appreciate your recognition of that. But I hope you like this. I did want to get a couple of other things done, and I just didn't make it, where at least we made it under an hour. But those are our pieces. I hope that I didn't forget anything. Everything should be listed, including the new bundles, the 2 new big bundles that I talked about. Those are in there under the spring collection as well. The Energizer Bunny. Well, yeah, but see, I told Darcy today that I felt like I might be getting sick. This morning when I woke up, I was like, I feel like I'm getting sick. So this is what happens when and when it's a live sale time. It's not really my favorite time because there is so much to get done. But I get excited, and it's like, for some reason, the ideas don't come until the last second. So we're always like adding last things at the last second because all of a sudden, all the ideas come then. But I hope you like the dandelion theme, being inspired by the t-shirt, and all of the new little bunny things that can go with your bunny tiered tray set or your carrot themed tiered tray set. The 5%, yeah, we forgot to talk about that. You know what? The 5% can apply to anything placed by tomorrow at midnight. I think that's perfectly fine. The 5% can apply because we didn't establish whether it was just the spring collection or anything. The 5% can apply to anything. What? What? He keeps like coming down and grabbing my leg. Like, come on. Anything, I mean, really, except for the normal things like the apparel and swag, anything, any of our kits and things like that in the shop, it can apply to. The typical things that we let our discounts apply to. And is that a set of 5 for the bunny? Well, mine, I only used 5, but because it would have been so confusing for our listing, I didn't want to have to be counting out the number of bunnies that everybody needed. Like, so we didn't want to say, do you need 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you know, how many bunnies do you need? And then me be counting them out. I wanted to pre-pack the kits so that I knew what would fit on this length and what would fit on the other 2 lengths of boards. So because you can get up to 7 on here, we just said, if you need 5, choose the one that has 7. If you need 8, choose the one that says 9, if that makes sense. So if you have extra bunnies in your kit, you can just use them for other things. Get creative and make your own little shelf sitter or your own other little crafts out of them. But if you need 5, you're going to end up getting 7. And I used 5 out of my 7. So the other 2 I can use on my tier tray set or something like that. Or I can save them and let the kids on Easter, the little kids that are there, I can let them decorate them or something like that. Does that make sense? So it's you know, order the one that you need based on, if you need 6, a family of 6, then you can order the one that says a set of 7. If you need a family of 9, then obviously you need to get 9. But if you need 8, you also still need to get the set of 9. You might have a couple of extra bunnies. That's all. There was just, it's too, when I go to pull these things, there's too many little I'm trying to make it as simple as possible so that I have things prepackaged, and I know I just have to pick a bag of 7 or a bag of 9 or a bag of 3. Hopefully that makes sense. What else? Any other questions? Anything I need to go back and show again? I don't know what you want. I don't know. I think he wants me to go up and PLAY. I think that's what he really wants. He's ready to like get his zoomies out for the night. Okay, any other questions? Anything I need to go back and show? He wants the fuzzy bunny. Yeah, I can just see if I threw these things. You like the little guy? You like that guy? Oh my. You're a trip. I think I showed you everything. I think I said everything. Spring 5, don't forget to use your code. You do have to enter the code, but it will only work through midnight tomorrow. After that, it just won't work anymore. So thank you so much for joining. Let me know if you have any questions. If you're watching the replay, let us know that as well. But again, thank you, and we'll see you soon. I'll be posting lots of videos, lots of the tutorials. Once I get them ready for the kits themselves, I'll also be posting them in different places to let you watch kind of the process of behind the scenes making them. And you can learn even if you don't have one. All right, have a great night. And enjoy this nice weather here in Western Pennsylvania for as long as it's going to last. Goodbye. Have a creative week, everybody. Thank you.